Hi, I'm Wendy Sadler. I am a lecturer at Cardiff University and I'm the founder of Science Made Simple. Today, I'm going to give you 6 simple tips of how you can become a brilliant science communicator. Our first tip, S, is for slow down. Most people deliver their information too fast at about 180 to 200 words a minute. Try and find out what your speed is, because research has shown that actually delivery at about 100 words a minute is the best you can get in terms of people remembering what you say and the credibility they give to what you say. You don't need to speak slowly all the time, but use pauses to bring down the average speed. Tip 2, I is for interaction. So your audience has a limited attention span and anything you can do to raise that is good, right? So interaction could be a question, it could be getting a volunteer on stage, but how about getting the whole audience to do an experiment with you? Something very simple. So here's one you can try wherever you are. Make a circle with your thumb and your finger and line up something on the wall, maybe a clock or a picture, inside that circle with both eyes open. Now close one eye, your left eye, and open it. Close your right eye and open it. Did you notice anything happening? Because probably when one of your eyes closed, that object jumped right outside the circle. So this is a way of your audience doing a personal experiment and finding out something new about themselves. Whichever eye you close that makes the jump happen, that's your dominant eye. So you've now given your audience a personal bit of information about themselves, and that's very powerful to grab attention. Tip 3, M, is for multiple approaches. People choose to learn in different ways, and there are dozens of different approaches to engage with an audience. Now, you wouldn't be expected to use all of them in your communication, but if you can use more than 2 or 3, you can appeal to more people. We can illustrate it if we do a little experiment. So just close your eyes for a minute and count to 3, but without making a sound. Okay, open your eyes. How did you do it? So people will have different ways. You may have seen the numbers fly past in your mind. You might have seen them flip over like a calendar. Some people hear their own voice speaking the numbers. That's what I do. That works for me. And other people might even move their bodies or count on their fingers or even count their teeth, someone told me once. Tip 4, P, is for props. Almost whatever you do with them will lift the audience's attention. In fact, sometimes if you have a relevant prop, even just holding it and looking intently at it will make the audience interested in it. But obviously you can use them to explain visually something that's quite abstract. So even a simple ruler can be used to explain some physics in a visual way. So I'm going to use this ruler to explain how musical instruments work. Now, if you have a long piece of ruler, you might remember doing this at school, and you pluck it, we make a vibration, and it's quite slow because there's a lot of ruler. If we make the ruler much shorter, and we pluck it again, the note gets higher, and the vibrations get faster. So those two things are linked. When you get a faster vibration, you get a higher note. So if you've got less of something, less mass, it vibrates much, much faster and you get a higher note. And that's the basis of all musical instruments, really. So even a simple ruler can be used to explain some quite complicated acoustics. Tip 5, L, is for likability, or in FameLab terms, charisma. Now, this is more than a popularity contest, but likability is very important for an audience and how they take away your message. So smile, make sure your passion comes across. Don't be too cocky or arrogant. Audiences really don't like that. And in fact, in some cultures, being self-deprecating about yourself can really work well. But make sure your audience feel like the most important people in the room, because they will love you for it. Tip 6, E, is for end well. Now, a lot of people think hard about their opening, but sometimes they forget to have a strong ending and they can sort of drift off. If you've started with a question, make sure you end by answering that question so you've come full circle. Perhaps you can give the audience something they can do at home when they leave the room. But whatever you plan to do, make sure you have a strong sentence in mind that you're heading for. And at the very least, don't forget to thank the audience so they know when to clap. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe for more great content. And if you want to find out about FameLab, the world's leading science communication competition, then click this link. Thanks for watching.